Is it possible to make a pedestrians-only city? Join me on our journey as we discover the truth of whether a large city without cars is sustainable. We are of course starting out on the new Plazas and Promenades DLC for City Skylines in a brand new city. Subscribe now. We have a set of rules that we must follow. Roads are mostly banned. The only roads allowed are the highways that comes with the map, but must be retrofitted to have bus lanes as you are seeing right now. We'll first start out with modifying this interchange to have bus-only lanes and exits. The only other roads allowed for all vehicles to travel on are access roads to the pedestrian areas, mostly for the service buildings and utilities. The second rule is we can use any form of public transportation, which includes buses on bus-only roads, trams on tram-only roads, trains, and anything else. Third rule, all buildings must be in the pedestrians-only area. This excludes utilities like power and water. Everything must be in the pedestrians-only part of the city. It can be attached to bus roads and tram roads, but not regular roads. The point of this build is to determine if a city that doesn't allow personal vehicles is possible. Now, back to the interchange. I wanted to have the bus lanes have their own dedicated exits so the bus doesn't have to cross all lanes of traffic to exit. I had to do a little finagling to get it to work with Traffic Manager. I included regular lanes for semi-trucks to deliver goods to our new city. With the interchange out of the way, I wanted to check out the new content creator packs. I really wanted a historical area for my city, which means I used the Seaside Resorts pack to accomplish this. I hadn't gotten a chance to play around with the new DLC, so I wasn't sure how everything worked. I figured out that I needed service buildings to ensure that the pedestrians area will function. I was able to put together a mod list that functioned for the most part. Well, that is until I tried to place electrical wires. Yeah, that crashed my game. And it was due to Hide at Bobby. Don't ask me why. It is what it is. I had the new 81 tiles mod that also had the option to eliminate the need for electrical wires and water pipes, because let's be real, placing those down are tedious and I don't feel like doing it. Now that all of the utilities are in place, it's time to work on our historical village, and I want to do this in the style of a story. The quaint little town of Riverpoint was founded upon the banks of the Maple River in the early 1900s. The founder, William Hendrickson, chose this location as he loved the view of the nearby mountains. The river provided plenty of water and served as an access point for ferries running up and down. The town of Riverpoint was sparsely populated but provided a couple hotels for weary travelers to rest at. It was a popular destination as the view of the mountains were spectacular. The town of Riverpoint thrived on tourism as people typically spent the night on their travels to the next city. Riverpoint was popular enough that a railroad company wanted to capitalize on the destination. Therefore, a new railroad is built with a train station that ended just outside of town. A couple of years later, a new highway was built across the river. People stopped coming by ferry to the town of Riverpoint, and the train station started to see the numbers of tourists diminish. The new highway provided a connection to Riverpoint, but the citizens came together and banned all vehicles from driving on their roads. This action made Riverpoint an undesirable location for tourism. The downfall of Riverpoint was inevitable at this point. That is, until a new mayor took over and started a new era. The town of Riverpoint expanded. Houses were built in the newest style at the time, the mid-century modern style. The district of Asheville Crest was founded and was an immediate hit. This town is located near a big city. People are trying to escape the hustle of the big city by living in a peaceful, rural town. The new mayor decided to keep the rule that personal vehicles were not allowed in town, but the train station allowed easy travel to and from the nearby city of Bridgerton. This ultimately sparked the revitalization of Riverpoint and allowed the district of Asheville Crest to grow almost immediately. The mayor realized that if the town continues to grow, it will be difficult to keep it walkable. That's when the mayor decided to build bus-only roads around the town. The town could still remain walkable as long as public transportation was easily accessible. The addition of the bus roads proved to be popular with the residents, so the line was extended through the heart of Riverpoint along the main road to make a full loop. This investment into Riverpoint and Asheville Crest sparked a demand for jobs in the area. Thus, the first industrial buildings were located near the train station to provide nearby jobs for the citizens. With the addition of jobs came a demand for more housing. The Hourglass Square was created. This new development created a lot more housing options and remained true to the ban of personal vehicles. The town was growing to be a little too big, even with the bus line running through it. The mayor had an idea to run a tram line around the outside of the new town. Plans were made and immediately halted as a wave of industrial companies demanded a place to locate their new factories. An industrial area was created near the top of the hill, giving easy access to the train station as well as the highway, but still remained within the banned vehicles portion of the town. With the incredible growth that the town was experiencing, the state took notice and wanted to create a new highway connection from Bridgerton to Riverpoint. The problem was, part of the old infrastructure would need to be removed and replaced in order to effectively build a new highway. The state built an elevated highway near Riverpoint and connected to the existing highway. A standard diamond interchange was constructed at this location to provide access to the city. The state didn't realize that the ban of vehicles in the city meant that they overbuilt the freeway by providing too many lanes. While the freeway construction project was going on, Riverpoint outgrew its existing service buildings and replaced it with larger and better service buildings. At the same time, the tram line was completed, and it extended from the new industrial district all the way around to the historical Riverpoint district. The first tram line will open soon, and a new development is expected to begin very soon. Riverpoint had humble beginnings but is shaping up to be a true suburb of Bridgerton with a twist. No vehicles allowed. The mayor has done an outstanding job to breathe life back into a dying town. Join us next time as more history unfolds and the town continues to grow and face challenges that no other city has to face. Click on screen to watch the city of Bridgerton grow over time as well. Subscribe to see a video coming soon of the city of Bridgerton growing from a population of 40,000 to 160,000.